I'm gonna lose my virginity. You know, race car is like one of the only words that's spelled the same forwards and backwards, like R-A-C-E-C-A-R, R-A-C-E-C-A-R. That's so cool. I wonder what other words are like that. You know, there's like a name like technically for those kind of words. But like, what if sex is like really overrated and I'm really not missing out on anything? Like, it's just lame as fuck and like we're all just out here doing it because like, I don't know, we're all bored as fuck. And we're just like trying to pass time. Should I get my nose pierced? Or maybe my septum? Ooh, or my tongue. No, I'll just stick with my ears. I don't want to have holes in my face. The only holes in my face that I want are right here, right here, right here. That's not technically in my face, but you get the idea. You know, if I could live on a planet that wasn't Earth, I would want to live on Saturn. Now, sure, it's cold as fuck and it is very much so uninhabitable, but you gotta think, Saturn is A, such a pretty planet, B, if their rings wasn't made of like just rock, I would like love to go like skating or like surfing on them. Like, Saturn would be such a pretty, also Jupiter, but like Jupiter, once again, not inhabitable. And is Jupiter cold or hot? Anyway, Saturn is made of like gases and so is Jupiter. So it's like, I couldn't live on the planet because like, I can't stand on anything. So yeah. You know, I really don't like kids. Like, if there's one thing that working at a restaurant has taught me is that I really don't like kids. Like, of course, I want to have kids eventually, and I want to have a lot of them. Like, I want to have a lot of them, but as of right now, I do not want kids. And why would anybody want kids at this age? I'm only 21. Like, why on God's green earth would I have kids right now? It's like crimes against humanity. Very inappropriate thoughts about my boss. Oh, but honestly, I don't regret any of them. I wonder who created the universe. Like, did someone just like wake up one day or like something or like some incredible great force just like wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm gonna create like a whole system of planets and rocks and little people to like put on the planets and like a sun that's gonna be the source of like all the energy in the galaxy, and I'm just gonna like put all this stuff like right here, and you know, we're just gonna call it a solar system. Snap their fingers and like call it a goddamn day. Man, that guy at that boba shop was really cute yesterday, but he didn't want to talk. And I was like so prepared to start a conversation. Like, I literally went to the restroom and then I went to the restroom thinking about him, and that sounds really weird, but I went to the restroom thinking about him, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start a whole conversation because I don't talk to people enough and I think that he's really cute and I want to start a conversation with him and maybe get his number, and then I come back, try and start a conversation, and he was basically like, nope, not having it, trying to work. So he goes back to work. He's gonna be a star one day, a really big, huge star. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna happen. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. I really want to go back to California. I want to go back so bad. I miss it so much. On the beaches. Honestly, I want to go somewhere else other than California. Like, I want to go to somewhere other than, honestly, I just want to leave the country, period. America is not built for people that look like me. Like, it's just really not. Like, this country is not for me, but they want our undying loyalty. Like, when you really just like sit back and marvel at how much this country kind of just shits on us, you just be like, damn, you want my loyalty, but you want to spit right in my face as well? It's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. I wonder what my first boyfriend's gonna look like. I hope he's not ugly. No, well, ugly is very subjective. I hope he's not like, I hope it's not one of those situations where it's like, oh, I think he's cute, but like everyone else thinks he's ugly. Now, not that I care what anybody else thinks, but I would just prefer him be on the prettier side. You know? I mean, I don't want to sound like super superficial, but it's like, I mean, come on. We're all physically, like, you can't say, oh, I'm not physically, you don't have to be physically attracted to the person that you're with. Sure, that may be a thing, but the thing is, I would like to be physically attracted to them. And I want them to be a little good looking. Like, I'm good looking, I'm pretty, I take care of myself. Like, you should do the same. I feel like it should be a nice little reciprocation type beat, you know? More inappropriate thoughts about my boss. that I really don't regret at all. Oh my god, those lights are so pretty. Look at them. They're just like twinkling. They look even better upside down. I love it. Bro, I'm hot as fuck in this hoodie. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves because I don't feel like taking it off. I wonder how I'm gonna die. Like, do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about like how you're gonna die? Like, I'm not too much of a morbid person, but I think about that sometimes. Like, how and when am I gonna die? Like, I don't focus on it just because I don't want to be sad as hell like all the time, but it's definitely like something that crosses my mind, like how and when am I gonna die? And like, I really hope I don't die from something like stupid, like, oh, she died from like falling in like a manhole and she like broke all of her bones. Yo, what if my death is like on some Final Destination type shit? That'd be crazy. Oh my god, do you remember the what's it called, the roller coaster scene? That was fucked up. And it's the fact that she had told them that she had started freaking out before the ride even took off. It was like, no, we need to get off of this, blah blah blah. The ride is gonna, you know, we're all gonna go up in flames, we're gonna die, blah blah blah. And then they didn't listen to her. They literally just looked at her like she was crazy and was like, girl, sit down and enjoy the ride, please. We don't get paid enough to deal with this crazy shenanigans. Then it was the fact that when she didn't sit down, they escorted her off the ride and her boyfriend tried to come with her, and he was like, no, he didn't try to come with her. He literally rode the ride. And she was like, oh my God, Jason, go with me, save yourself. Like, and he was like, no, I'm not going with you. I'm gonna enjoy this ride, but I will see you afterwards, cuckoo bird. Yeah. Like, and then it's the fact that she was right and they all died. Like, they literally just all died. And then I think it was even more fucked up that she had to just watch it all like happen. And she had to watch it all happen twice. Not once, but twice. Why are all these main characters in these TV shows falling for men that treat them badly? Like, is anybody else noticing that trend? Like, they're legitimately just falling for men that treat them like shit. Like, The Summer I Turned Pretty, for example. Conrad treated her horribly for the entire season, and that's who she ended up with. Like, honestly, Jeremiah was obviously the better choice. I mean, sure, Jeremiah wasn't perfect, but he was still way better than Conrad. I mean, but if you want to keep it a band, she was deciding and choosing between two men who were like incredibly bland and they didn't really do much. Well, Conrad was incredibly bland. Jeremiah had like a little bit of spice to him. You know, he at least had that going for him. Like, Conrad didn't even have that. Conrad literally didn't do anything, and all he did was like smoke and just like sit by the pool and put his feet in and just like be sad. And then it's the fact that he was so mean to her the entire season, and then he was nice to her for like 1 second, like a cute little like 2.5 seconds, and he's like, oh my God, I love you. Like, let's be together. Fuck Jeremiah. Like, she really dogged out my dude Jeremiah, and I was so mad because Jeremiah deserved better. Way better than Belly. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was the fan in me that wanted them to end up together, but in reality, he deserved much better than Belly, because like, she really didn't have to do him like that. And I still gotta watch the new season. Like, she gets on my nerves. Like, why is TV just so ass? Like, a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies nowadays are just like so garbage, and they're wondering why shit is like out here just constantly flopping because y'all are not making good shit. I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, yeah, TV shows are like really bad and way too sexual. Like, you want us to believe that these are teenagers just having all this sex? And I was wondering, I was like, why don't they have any hobbies? Like, we don't have any hobbies. We don't do anything other than fuck. Like, y'all don't have after school jobs, y'all don't have friends, y'all don't go do anything, y'all don't go ride go-karts, y'all don't hang out, y'all don't go swimming. Like, what's going on? Like, why are we having so much sex? Why? I really hope that all the TV that I'm ingesting doesn't make me desensitized to sex, because that would be the worst thing ever, because I haven't even had sex yet, and yet I'm already fucking over it. Like, I don't want it to be one of those phenomenons. Like, I haven't even had sex yet, but I'm already over it because I've already seen it so much. So it's just like, I'm kind of already jaded. You know, I really hope that doesn't happen. But if it does happen, I mean, hopefully we can recover somehow, some way. There's one thing that I've learned in my 20s so far is that men can be trashed. There are a lot of shitty men out there. The things that I have seen since I have turned 21 or really 20, it's actually out of pocket. Like, they really be out here grimy as fuck. But honestly, women are no better either. There are a lot of women out here that will dog these dudes out and leave this man heartbroken. Leave him heartbroken and feel no remorse. Honestly, the human race is just trash, period. Like, the human race is just trash, period. Like, we ruined the planet that we're supposed to call home. We walk around like mindless slaves, just doing what the man tells us. It's not really our fault, but still, it happens. And we just treat people so awful. Like, treat your fellow human being with some respect. Is that too hard to ask? Are aliens real? Like, deadass, like, are aliens real? Like, and then if they are real, do they know that we exist? Because we think that they exist, but like, do they think that we exist? And like, to aliens, wouldn't we be aliens? Like, we picture them as like these little like green creatures with these big old eyes, these big ass heads. And it's kind of like, that's how we see them. But what if A, that vision doesn't line up at all? And C, and B, what if we're like aliens? What if we're like aliens to them, and how we see them, that's how they see us, but their vision of us doesn't line up and our vision of them doesn't line up? Like, what if they look just like us? And like, they come to Earth, invading the shit, and they you know, they blend in with us. So it's just like, fuck, we don't know who the invaders are, and we don't know who the humans are. I'm so tired. Yeah. How come nobody told me when I became an adult I'd always be tired? Yeah. I wonder how I should outro this video. Should I even outro this video? No. It's supposed to just be a stream of consciousness. No, we're not gonna outro it.